We are approximately around 36 to 40 miles to the nearest town.
This B.D.F. controlled compound on the Caracal Road, deep in the Mountain Pine Ridge Reserve of the Cayo District, is Camp Douglas de Silva. Though remote, it is known as the Chinese village because prior to being the staging ground for military training operations, it was once used as the housing camp for engineers and construction workers of the Chalilo Dam.
This facility existed for a number of years, and it has been used by the B.D.F. for a number of different purposes, mostly training. We've also rented out the facility to foreign military to do training in this area.
In its response to the COVID situation in Belize, specifically as it relates to border jumpers, contrabandists, and those who have broken strict quarantine regulations, tens of thousands of dollars were invested into retrofitting the camp with proper infrastructure to transform it into a quarantine facility for the entire country.
A fair number of resources, effort, money, skill was put into developing this facility, getting the buildings ready, putting up divisions, fence, making the facility livable and ready to accept up to 100 detainees and over 40 soldiers as staff and security.
At the end of August, a small group of persons were transferred, and today there are 41 quarantined persons at the facility. These persons, 4 of whom are women, include some 27 deportees that arrived in the country on September 25th, among others detained by police over the past few weeks from several jurisdictions.
From Dangriga, Punta Gorda, Orange Walk, and from San Ignacio as well. And it went relatively smoothly, the transport of them here. The soldiers were already in place. They accepted them in, they documented them, they were placed in their quarters. At the beginning, we only had about 17 detainees, and it has since increased from the end of August to this number 41. Yes, and we have taken some people from here. As soon as their 14 days is up, or their negative test comes back, they are taken to the San Ignacio Victor Galvez Stadium, where the police or immigration department will then take them to court. As soon as the letter from the Ministry of Health is ready, we move them from here and take them back to San Ignacio.
To ensure the safety of both the quarantined persons and the complement of 40 B.D.F. soldiers who man the facility around the clock, the persons are ferried via assigned vans to the location. They are processed individually and, depending on their COVID-19 status and gender, placed in designated units on the compound where they are mandatorily quarantined until they are re-swabbed and their test results return negative.
Every key information that is possible that we can get from them is entered in a database. That database will help us track the days, the conditions that they have, and especially their status. After these guys have been processed and entered on a database, then they are assigned specific dorms which will be divided and segregated amongst their status. After they have been assigned, then the facility commander, which is myself, will give them a complete briefing on what the facility is about, explain to them and put emphasis that this is a facility. It's not a detention center, it's not a jail. We facilitate things for them. The most importantly is that we're supposed to provide a safe and secure environment so that these guys could pass their 14 days and then after that continue with their life.
Now, because they are not in jail, the quarantined persons at the facility are afforded all the basic rights to food and water. They are also given items for personal hygiene. They must maintain social distancing and wear masks. There have been reports in the past of escape from quarantine facilities across the country, so there are security protocols in place at Camp de Silva.
We are equipped with lethal and non-lethal weapons. Depending on the aggression that they come with, that's how we are going to react. However, basically we have them fenced in, and these guys are really cooperative. They work with us hand in hand. They abide by all the rules that we apply, and we have no issues with them. But if anything do escalate, we have well-trained soldiers who know how to react to those type of situations.
While there are 2 trained B.D.F. medics on the compound, there is no Ministry of Health rep stationed at the camp, so swabbing at day 10 for the quarantined persons has not been efficient. Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Velasquez says that those issues in this multi-agency initiative are being ironed out.
This is a multi-agency effort. So we needed to coordinate more with the Ministry of Health, but I think we've ironed that problem out. And it's an ongoing process, our coordination with the Ministry of Health, to get this movement happening.
Duane Moody for News 5.